Welcome. For those just joining, this is our stretch break. My name is Amber Langford. We are going to be using our chairs for today's stretch break. I would recommend using a stationary or a stable chair. If you are using an office chair for today's stretch break, please lock those wheels if you're able to, so you don't roll away on me. We are going to begin seated, so everyone can go ahead and take a seat in their chair. We're going to be sitting up nice and tall. I want those feet flat on the ground. Hands are going to start just off to the side. We're going to warm up those shoulders a little bit with some shoulder rolls. So we're going to take our shoulders and we're going to lift them up towards our ears, rolling them back, down, and then pulling them forward once again. We're going to do 5 big circles in each direction, starting with that nice backward circle, trying to get as much range of motion as you can. Last circle going backwards. And then we're going to switch directions, rolling those shoulders forward, down, pulling them back, and then up towards those ears once again. 5 circles going forward. And last one here. Relaxing out of that, we're going to take that right arm, reaching up to the ceiling, reaching as tall as you can. We're going to reach over towards the left, making sure that our hips are firmly on that seat of the chair. We're not letting one lift up. Making that nice C shape with our spine. Reach that left hand down the chair, down towards the ground. Focusing on the breathing, we're inhaling through our nose and exhaling out through our mouth. One more deep breath here. And exhale, sitting back up nice and tall, switching sides. Left arm reaches up and over towards the right. Keeping those hips on the seat of our chair. That right hand reaches down towards the ground. One more deep breath here. And exhale, lowering that left arm back down. We're gonna go into our seated twist next. So left hand is gonna grab the outside of our right thigh. Right hand is gonna reach back. We're gonna rotate and look over that right shoulder. Reaching that right hand back to the back of your chair. Getting as much rotation as you can. One more deep breath here. And exhale, return to center. Switching sides, the right hand grabs the outside of our left thigh. The left arm reaches back, looking over that left shoulder, getting as much rotation as we can. One more deep breath. And exhale, return back to center. We're gonna go into some seated knee hugs next. So we're gonna start with that right side. Sitting up nice and tall, we're gonna keep our left foot flat on the ground. With our right leg, we're gonna lift that right leg up, grabbing below that kneecap, and we're gonna try to pull that right knee up as close to your chest as you can. Slowly releasing, and then we'll switch sides. Grabbing underneath that left kneecap, pulling up to your chest, and slowly lowering. We're gonna do 5 knee hugs to each side. Trying to get as much movement as we can here. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's do 1 more to each side. Next, similar exercise, we're gonna do some hip openers. So you can feel free, you can grab the bottom of your chair for a little bit of support, but we are going to start with that right side. We're gonna lift our knee up, opening it out to the right, and then back up and in. Switching sides, left knee comes up, opens to the left, up and in. We're working on opening up those hips. We're also engaging those hip flexors, making them work. This is really helpful if we stay seated for most of the day. Let's do 1 more to each side. Relaxing out of that. And our next exercises are going to be standing. So everyone to go ahead and take a stand. We are going to be putting 1 foot on top of the seat of the chair. So I do have a variation for this if we are unable to get that foot up on top of the chair. For the first variation, you're going to be standing just off the side of your chair. Using 1 hand, you're going to hold onto the back of that chair. Starting with that left leg, you're going to lift it up, placing it on top of the seat. And we're just going to shift our hips forward, chest stays upright. We're opening up that right hip flexor, keeping that stance leg nice and straight. If we are unable to get our foot up onto that chair, you can move to the back of your chair, hold it on with both hands. You're just going to take a step back with that right leg and then press those hips forward, holding onto the back of your chair for balance. Both exercises will work in stretching that hip flexor. Trying to deepen that lunge with each breath. One more deep breath here. And exhale, standing back upright. We're going to lower that left leg, lifting that right leg up onto the chair, pressing those hips forward, opening up that left hip flexor. Once again, if we're doing this with both feet on the ground, you're just going to take a step back with that left leg and then drive those hips forward. One more deep breath here. And exhale, straight back up. Go ahead and lower both legs down to the ground. And then I want everybody to move back behind your chair. We are going to do some inner thigh stretches. So we're going to be in a little bit of a wide stance. I want your feet to be facing forward, but legs should be a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. For this exercise, we're just going to shift our weight over to the left. So we're going to bend that left knee, almost like we're doing a little bit of a side lunge, Keeping that right leg nice and straight, you should feel a good stretch in that inner thigh. You can hold on to the back of your chair for balance here. If you'd like, you can even rest your forearms, maybe a little bit more of a forward lean, deepening that stretch. One more deep breath. And exhale, standing up tall. We're gonna switch sides, bending that right knee, straightening that left, feeling that stretch on that left inner thigh. One more deep breath here. And exhale, standing back up nice and tall. Go ahead and bring those feet in together. We are going to go into our puppy dog pose next. So for this exercise, we're going to walk our feet back, keeping those hands on the back of your chair. We're going to drop our chest down towards the ground, opening up those shoulders. I want those hips stacked right over those ankles. And you can have a nice slight knee bend here. One more deep breath here. And on the exhale, we're going to stack that right hand right on top of that left. And then slowly lower our chest back down towards the ground. One more breath here. And exhale, slowly lifting up. We're going to place that right hand back in starting position. Left hand is now going to stack on top of the right. And then we slowly lower back down. Dropping that chest as close to the ground as you can. One more deep breath. And exhale, placing that left hand back where it started. We're going to flatten our back just a little bit so we're in more of a flat back position. And we're just going to gently rock our body side to side, moving our hips and shoulders from the left over to the right. One more rock to each side. Returning to center, and then we're going to slowly walk those feet in, lifting that chest upright. We're going to do one last exercise here today. We're going to end with some prancing. So for our prancing, we're going to work our feet out. So we're going to start with our feet about hip width apart. We're going to begin first by bending that left knee, lifting that left heel up off the ground. From here, we're just going to switch. So now we're going to straighten and lower the left, bend and lift the right, and switch. So we're alternating side to side, making sure that we're lifting that heel when that knee is bent. Working throughout that range of motion in our foot, trying to get as much toe extension as we can. We're going to do one more to each side here. Slowly lowering both feet down to the ground. And that is all the stretching I have for you all today. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a great rest of your day and see you next time.